All right, so what's up, y'all? It's the real DJ Red coming to you with a quick fix when it comes to Serato, the older version of Serato, the stems, which is the 3.0, and Tidal. I came across an issue maybe some weeks ago when I did decide to sign up for stems. However, for some reason, I could not get stems to load into my Serato. The reason being was that, let's say, for example, this version here that I'm showing on the screen now, that is Serato 2.4.6. It is an older version, but it was a stable version for what I was using at the time. I do have an older Mac, a 2012 MacBook, and at the time I believe I was running High Sierra. As far as the operating system, I did update it recently to Catalina. One of the reasons why I had to update it was because I wanted to use the stems or try it out on when they had the beta version. However, Serato 3.0 with the stems would not work with that operating system, so therefore I had to do an update. I did use my backup laptop, which is another 2012 13-inch MacBook Pro i5, before going to my main one, which is my i7. It did open up on the Serato. The Serato did open up once I did update my OS to Catalina, and everything was working fine. However, I wanted to get into Tidal. So on this side here, which is on the screen here that you're looking at now, is the 2.4.6. Let me switch it over. This one is the 3.0 stems. One of the things that happened, let me go back to the 2.4, because I have the 3.0 in there, and I kept several different versions of the Serato because some might have been working better with the OS at the time. You might have had a little freezing on your Serato screen. Right now I don't have a hardware plugged up to it, as you can see. That's why we got the EQ on the bottom. I do have the full version of Serato. So what happened was, with the 2.4.6, which is my main version that I was playing off of until the 3.0 full version came out, I tried to use the Tidal, and this is what happened. Let me go, let's see here. If I go into Tidal and I click on over here, start trial or log in, here's what's going to happen. And let me jump to that screen as well. Even though it's showing that I'm logged in right now, let me, before I switch it over, let me log out of that. Hang on a second here. Okay, so let me jump over to it real quick. Switch screens. I had to go to the screen to show you guys something. So, even though I tried to log in from 2.4.6, it would not allow me to do that. The reason being is because I did label my Serato 3.0, and what Tidal looks for is the latest version of Serato in your laptop. Okay, and because I have that listed as 3.0 on there, the 2.4.6 would not work. This is only given permission to the 3.0 because it was labeled a 3.0. The only way that I got the older version for Serato to work was to delete the 3.0 completely. Delete the 3.0 completely. Even though it was a beta version, I had to delete it completely. And then Tidal would allow for the 2.4.6 or whatever version that you're using. It would allow that to work because it's looking for the latest version of Serato, and depending on how you label it, I labeled mine once I did download it, and I changed the name in the applications file so that I can know exactly which one is which. I don't have to go look at no dates of when it was downloaded or anything. It's labeled as it is on there. So I have the 2.4.6. I have some older versions too, which now I can delete. The 2.4.6 was the one that was working for me. I probably can update it a little bit to maybe 2.5 or whatever. But because of the operating system that I was working on, the 2.4.6 was the one that was able to do it. So if you're looking to download or start using these stems, and you want to still use Tidal with an older version of Serato for whatever reason, you might have to delete the 3.0, whether it's the beta, the first beta or the second beta that came out, or the actual version of 3.0. You might have to delete that in order for Tidal to work. Other than that, you will not get the older version to work with your Tidal. So I'm going to click cancel here, and let me go back to the 2.4.6, and let's just say I delete the 3.0. Let me go ahead and shut it off first on the 3.0, or exit out of it rather. And while that's doing that, I'm going to leave the 2.4.6 up on the screen. And let me go into this other file here while that's doing that, and delete 3.0. Here, let me go back to the 2.4.6 now and try to log into Tidal and see what happened. Hang on a second, y'all. Okay, bingo. Let me switch screen so you guys can see it. Okay, so now because I deleted the 3.0, now the highest version of Serato that I do have on here is the 2.4.6. So that would solve that problem right there. Again, Tidal would not work with your older version of Serato if you have the 3.0 in there. It's going to look for the 3.0, and no, that would be that. Let me click allow. And once you click allow, then I'm going to switch up back over to the Serato screen, and let's see. Now Tidal is working. Before it would not work. So just a little quick tip. Again, if you're trying to use Tidal, I'm not sure with any of the other streaming software if it's having that issue, SoundCloud or whatever. But I know for sure with Tidal, if you have two versions of Serato on there, it's only going to allow access to the latest version of Serato. So if you have the 3.0 with the stems, but you're still unsure about playing with it at gigs or whatever, and you do use Tidal, you might want to delete that so it can give access to your latest version that you do use for Serato DJ Pro. Again, yours truly, One DJ Red. Hope that this helps. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and leave comments down below if you got any questions. I might have answers. I'm always willing to share it. So till then, y'all, peace.